Hey, man.
Oh, hey.
Had the mic taste.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Happy September 20th.
yes.
You guys were supposed to not be here.
That turned into a fiasco. We're not going to raid 51. It's
What? Why wouldn't you raid 51? You guys were like all set on planning on doing that.
I jokingly said it, and it somehow took a life of its own, and I just didn't mention it again and hoped that she would forget, and she did.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, you'll see plenty of news. There's a bunch of people out there already.
Yeah,
and there are a bunch of morons out there already getting arrested too.
That's the part that they're not going to let you get close.
No, there's what? I mean, what, a couple thousand right now?
Yeah.
It's a bunch. So it's pretty surprising, actually.
I'm pretty sure they're probably going to shut that road down and tell everybody, you come here, you're just going to get arrested.
Yeah. So that was that's happening today. I don't know what day this will be posted, but the day we're filming this is September 20th, which is the Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all. Yes, they can.
But they can.
They will too.
Automatic weapons will take out the whole group. And they have one of those things called bombs, area effect bombs, just to get everybody out.
And they have landmines all around there too. So
Yeah.
All
Plus all
right.
the top secret UFO stuff that they can shoot you with.
yeah. That's that alien technology.
Just beam you directly to jail.
Yeah, so that's happening. That's happening right now as we speak. And if I checked out some live videos of it, it's insane right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm not there. I'm kind of wish I was, and I'm also kind of glad that I'm not, because it's a hot mess.
It's a hot mess. Yeah, and I really wanted to go. I really do. Oh well. All right, let's move on to actual things that we're going to talk about. And besides that, that was just kind of, I just kind of sprung that up because that was the first thing.
I put it on here.
Did you? Okay,
somewhere.
Yeah. It's right there.
Yeah.
All right, Tom Welling, Clark Kent, Arrowverse. Oh wait, I heard about this.
Yeah, Tom Welling, who was in Smallville,
Yeah.
Clark Kent.
Yeah.
They're doing like a Crisis on Infinite Earths, so those two universes are kind of crossing over. So he's going to reprise his role as Clark Kent in the Arrowverse.
That's interesting.
I guess so.
It's interesting. I didn't say it's good.
Yeah, it could be. The Arrowverse, it jumped the shark for me a while back, and I just quit watching a lot of the superhero TV shows.
Especially the CW stuff.
Yeah, The Flash was good for a while, and then I can't get past the 2-year mark on any of them, and it just kind of lost it for me.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
So,
all right, Birds of Prey, Black Label 2020.
yes, the comic book Birds of Prey with Harley and Poison Ivy and the Huntress and whatever female. I guess I shouldn't say female. People get upset about that. What other?
Go ahead. I'll let you hang yourself on that one.
I had the shovel deep in me. Yeah, they have pulled it. It was going to come out like October, November timeframe.
Yeah.
They decided they wanted to make it more adult themed.
Okay.
So they're pushing it into 2020, and it's going to be under DC's Black Label.
Ooh.
Which is the same one who did Batman Damned, where you saw Bruce Wayne's weenie.
Yeah, I actually bought that comic as soon as I saw it.
Yeah,
and then I resold it like a year later for like $100.
It's not like full frontal. It's just like a little gray outline shadowed, and
but
people lost their mind.
People, especially being a major character that you saw as junk. So that's that. All right. New York's, what is this?
The New York Comic Con.
Marvel merch, glow in the dark.
Marvel, they always do special merchandise there.
Isn't that the one we're going to?
Toy Fair.
Oh, we're going to Toy. That's in February. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
New York Comic Con.
It's huge. Toy Fair's huge too, though.
Yeah.
But they're doing special
special
merchandise. They have some glow in the dark issues. They're doing, of course, the little pins and everything. It's just they go all out. But I just thought it was really cool. They're doing glow in the dark variants for some of the comics.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I think I've seen those where during the day they have one cover, and then at night it's like a different cover that
they're doing that with
reveal,
the hoodies, I think, too.
Yeah, that reveals something in black light.
Yeah. But they're also doing every day of New York Comic Con there will be a different hoodie sold.
Yeah,
and it'll only be sold on that day.
So
like Deadpool's Thursday. And
so most likely it'll be on eBay for 3 times as much the next day.
yeah, and it'll probably be on Marvel.com in a month too. When they didn't sell out, they're not going to just burn them.
Yeah, they might. They'll send them to those kids
Send
in
them to
Africa.
Hot Topic. You see some little Nigerian kids.
No, that's
wearing
where
Deadpool
that's
hoodies.
you know, they'll send them to Africa. That's where all those
They do
kids,
that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, because that's where like if you
Like the
ever
Super Bowl?
the Super Bowl shirts,
Yeah.
yeah, because they
make 'em
don't
up ahead of time.
They make them up ahead of time, but they do it. You know what they do. I actually watched a documentary about that. I'm sorry, I didn't watch. I read a story about how they make the shirts, and they make the shirts off of how many shirts. They make like 1 million shirts, right? Mm-hmm. And they do it off of sports betting. So they go off.
They kind of play the odds.
They sports bet the odds. They said, okay, New England's gonna win. They have an 80% winnage, right? Mm-hmm. Besides 20% whoever else. So they'll print out 80% of T-shirts because they're based off their odds, and then the 20% of the other one. You know, and if it's an upset, they're kind of screwed, but it's usually the sports bookers are pretty good.
But the ones that they got wrong, those shirts they had printed up already.
Yeah, they're all in Africa right now.
They donate them.
Yeah, they don't want to burn them. You know?
Yeah, well, they don't take a complete loss. They can write it off as a donation.
I'm gonna invent a way to de-ink T-shirts, so they don't have to just like give them away. There's a way that you can de-ink them and then reuse the T-shirts. I'm gonna invent that way. Patent pending. Don't steal it. Actually, just cut that out. I don't want to.
Anyway, that's what they do.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
cool. Oh yeah, I heard everybody. Okay, now if you been watching this long enough, I'm not that big of a comic book reader. He owns a comic book store. Even I heard about this debacle, something like that, about a big death. Like I said, we're not gonna. I don't know if you're gonna want to spoil it for them.
No, I won't spoil it.
So we're talking about J.J. Abrams because he's writing the Spider-Man,
the new Spider-Man series with his son.
With his son, yeah.
Yeah, they're writing it together. They do introduce a new character. We can tell them that Cadaverous.
Okay.
A new Spider-Man villain.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a major life-changing death in Spider-Man #1.
Is it as bad as
Uncle Ben?
No. There was this always great fan fiction of Uncle Ben coming back from the dead as a villain. Now that'd be a cool freaking story, but fan fiction and all. Yeah, I heard. Like I said, I don't read the comic books. He reads them, but even I heard about this, and I heard people were just up in arms about them killing somebody off that was really integral to Peter Parker himself.
Yeah, I read it. It didn't bother me.
Yeah.
It focuses more on the relationship between Peter and his son. He has a son in this series.
Is this Peter B. Parker? Is it where he's really old and messed up?
The unsuccessful, divorced, failed business Parker? No. This one, he actually becomes really rich, wealthy entrepreneur, and he kind of doesn't have the time to spend with his son, and he's kind of neglected, I guess. He's like a latchkey kid type thing.
I have a question. So I don't think I've ever actually asked this. What happened to Spider-Man's parents?
They died. They that's why he lived with his.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I've actually ever known what actually happened to his parents.
Yeah, it's they don't focus on it a lot. His dad was a scientist also, and they died. And that story's been kind of retold once or twice.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, cool.
Yeah. They died in a car accident or something. Yeah, they're gone.
So yeah, I heard J.J. Abrams and his son is making some waves in the comic book community.
Yeah.
And I heard also that J.J. Abrams, his deal with Warner or whatever is $500 million instead of $250 million.
Wow. Yeah.
Did you know that Apple was trying to get J.J. Abrams? Did you also know that Apple was trying to get him to only be for Apple? And J.J. Abrams says, nope. I want to be independent, and if you want to hire me, you can, or hire my production company, you can. But yeah, it's a big J.J. Abrams.
Robot's worth a little bit of cash.
Yeah, a lot of cash.
$500 million.
$500 million just for Warner.
But he'll probably make it back for him. Look at the Star Wars they did in Star Trek, and he's got a proven track record.
He's got a proven track. He's a good writer. He's a good director. All right. Okay, I did hear about this Boondocks coming to HBO Max. Okay. I have HBO Now, which is a monthly $15 service.
Just because you forget to cancel it.
It's just because I forget, and I literally just paid it 2 days ago, and I'm like, and I saw it. I was like, God,
what's this?
damn it.
Oh, son of a yeah.
And then I barely watch it anyway.
But yeah, they're bringing it back. The HBO Max is the streaming. Is that included in your HBO service?
No, HBO Max won't be until spring of 2020.
So it's not even in existence.
It's not even in existence yet. And did you hear? And HBO Max is because I think it's under Warner Media that owns. Yeah. So Warner Media owns HBO, and Warner Media is going to have. It's just a gigantic, because if you actually look under, and I wish that we had a little picture here of everything Warner Media owns, it's gigantic.
DC, ESPN.
I mean,
HBO.
I mean that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
There's I mean, at least 50 companies or 50, and all the IPs. It's staggering. So, but you know, Warner Media is going to, and I think that's the HBO Max is. Pretty much their streaming service. Yeah. So
if they pulled all their stuff under one umbrella, they would probably rival Disney.
Yeah, I mean Disney is iconic, and I think HBO Max are going to go for like $15 a month, which is going to be a little pricey because that's more than Netflix, and Netflix is huge, and you guys are spending how much, like 13, 14?
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, Boondocks is being remade for HBO Max, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Boondocks wasn't that Adult Swim?
I think so.
Yeah.
I seem to remember it being later at night, and they had their little clips in the HBO.
Wasn't Samuel Jackson voice of the dad?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't. It's not my cup of tea, so I haven't seen it.
It was all right. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. I heard about this too. Robert Downey Jr. and Black Widow. I guess the new Black Widow Disney Plus streaming. What is it? It's not called. Is it just called Black Widow?
I believe so, yeah.
So I guess Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in it?
Yeah, it's set between Civil War and Infinity War.
Okay.
So it's before he...
no spoilers.
Yeah,
but before he kicks the bucket.
Infinity War's been out for a while now. Before he dies. So he's supposedly going to reprise his role.
That'd be really cool. Because, I mean, it's always funny that whole joke is like, oh, look, Tony Stark's playing Robert Downey Jr. Because he plays it so well.
Iron Man is really the heart of
it was
MCU.
The first one when that phase 1, Iron Man 1. It was, I mean,
it's going to be interesting to see how they do it without Iron Man in the next phase.
Well, yeah. I mean, and also Cap. I mean,
and now they don't have SpiderMan either.
Ooh, bird.
Rub some salt in that wound. Yeah.
Well, did you also hear that Apple might be buying Sony?
No.
Yeah. I was reading that I think yesterday. Apple might be buying Sony. Can you imagine that?
No. That would be,
because I think what Apple's trying to, you have to understand, Apple's probably one of the biggest companies on the planet right now. They have over $500-600 billion just sitting in the bank. Mm-hmm. So they can buy and sell companies left and right. So what they're thinking about doing is buying Sony, because Sony has their studios, because Apple is going into Apple Plus, which is another streaming service, and so they might be thinking about buying Sony for their production studio so they can start making their own content. And if that happens, oh my goodness, could you imagine if Apple owned Sony? I don't.
Maybe that's why they went after Abrams.
Yeah, maybe.
So, hey, we own SpiderMan now. You want to make a movie?
Yeah. That'd be very interesting. All right, we'll move on. But yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see Robert Downey Jr. reprise his role.
Yes.
Maybe. I think it's like one of those things. Let sleeping dogs lie. I think let's just let it just be over.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be more of just a cameo. Because he does have something to do with her life during that time. With the Avengers.
Yep. All right. Yeah, Batman Day. That's coming up.
September 21st, tomorrow.
Tomorrow here.
If you're watching this today, then it's tomorrow.
And when he probably uploads it on Sunday, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Batman is 80.
Old man.
80. Yeah. They're doing a big push for it. They're going to have like the bat signal in a couple of the bigger cities.
On Capitol buildings and everything.
Yeah, in some of the bigger cities. They're doing a Batman 5K
really
run
cool,
in LA.
Oh God.
Just a bunch of other little events. I think that you can actually go online. They have a website. You can track them at the different cities when they turn on the bat light, the bat signal.
Yeah. I still my ultimate car. If I ever win the lottery, picking up the Keaton Batmobile, I will buy it.
That's one of the hardest ones to get.
I will drive that thing daily. I will drive that to.
It doesn't have much ground clearance.
I don't care.
You'd have to make sure
I'm gonna straight take it to showings and.
You hit a speed bump and it's wrecked.
I'm just gonna like wear the mask all the time.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Superman reveals identity.
So yeah, Superman reveals his identity.
Superman reveals his identity.
Superman number 18 and Lois Lane number 7. The two.
Oh, it's like a crossover.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's not the first time he's revealed his identity, but well, actually he's had his identity revealed for him. This time he's going to come out and say,
"Yeah,
I am Iron Man." Wait a minute, Superman.
Well, the whole thing is there's that funny skit on SNL about The Rock being Superman, and then he like comes into the office like all tattered and like his Superman thing's showing, and he's just wearing glasses. He's like, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you know he's Superman, right?" Yeah. That's what I always think. It's like, you know, Clark Kent's like 6'5", he's like my size, and I was like, it's a hard man to just. You put some glasses on, like up.
It's kind of hard to hide that buffness too. He's just solid muscle.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, glasses.
Oh yeah. Don't know who you are now.
I'm mild-mannered Clark Kent.
That's okay. You know the fight I want to see, a Superman fight.
Goku.
Nope. Homelander.
Yeah, well, they've been talking about Queen Maeve fighting Wonder Woman too.
That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, that would be.
And if you haven't seen The Boys on Amazon,
you're
missing out.
That is some of the most realistic way that superheroes would be.
They're all dirtbags. Well, most of them.
Well, for the most part.
For the most part, yeah. But yeah, we move on.
Who's faster, A-Train or Flash?
Oh man.
Yeah, we talked about the raid.
Yeah, we talked about the raid. That was the first thing I had to get it off my chest because people are stupid.
Yes, they are.
Okay, Rambo: Last Blood. Yeah, okay, until he needs more money.
It's been getting horrible reviews.
Look. Remember when we were talking about that? Hollywood has literally ran out of ideas. They have. There's no ideas left. That's why I like local or independent films and stuff like that because they're not as polished and good. But Rambo is like, that's a good IP that we can sell merchandise, and this is his last blood, blah, blah, blah. Well, John Rambo was technically supposed to be his last blood. And First Blood Part 2 was okay. But
No, this is his real last time.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now, Sylvester Stallone's in the 70s, right?
Like 73, I think.
But the thing, I mean, don't get me wrong.
He's still buff.
He's in amazing shape and stuff like that, but after a while, you kind of need to let it go.
Well, yeah, this one, the premise is he owns a ranch in Arizona.
Yeah, but wasn't he Thailand the last one?
Yeah, he gets around.
Apparently.
So his niece or somebody wants to go find her dad in Mexico.
Yeah.
To reconnect with him, and she gets kidnapped by a cartel. So he goes all.
He has like the worst. It's like Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, he's like the Liam Neeson of Taken.
Ridiculous set of skills.
It's like that great part when Deadpool was all like, at one point where you just see, hey, this guy's just not a good father.
Yeah. So he goes back. They said it's basically just an excuse for him to kill 50 guys on screen in a different way. It's just 50 different ways to kill somebody.
They said that John Rambo had like the most body count of all the Rambos.
Yeah. Well, he's adding to it. Yeah. At least 50 more in this new movie.
But the funny thing is, like, the first one was Vietnam veteran trying to get back.
The first one was great.
The first one was great, and he's getting screwed over, and look, you need to watch the original Rambos, original Rocky, stuff like that, because they were good films, and that's why they wanted to make more of them.
Yep.
But after 5 or 6 of these things, it's like I think people. We'll go and watch it because it's Rambo. It's John Rambo. I'll most likely watch it because I was a huge John Rambo fan.
I'd get it on Redbox.
Yeah. I mean, I won't go see it in theater.
Well, they're saying it's so unrealistic. He gets the crap beat out of him by 100 dudes. They jump him.
Yeah.
And then he gets over that by he sleeps for a couple days and he's completely rejuvenated.
Oh, it's like
the D&D.
Yeah, it's like the
D&D.
D&D. Yeah, took a long rest and then he's all healed. That's how it
Okay,
works.
John, roll a D20 for initiative.
Yeah. Well, before we go to the next one, it's talking about seeing things in theaters. Can we say a moment of peace, a moment of silence for our fallen company, MoviePass? MoviePass, we missed you.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. They officially closed. I think it was the 18th.
Yeah,
They officially
I think so.
closed their doors. We all knew it was coming. We were very early adopters into
Great
the
idea.
Great idea.
Poorly executed.
Poorly executed. Even if they would have if they said $20, $25, I mean, even $30 for unlimited movies, I would have paid
watched
that.
the crap out of it.
But $10 was unsustainable, and yeah,
For them. It was unsustainable for them, yeah.
Yeah, for the movie, they said at the height, MoviePass was paying for 5% of all movie tickets purchased in America.
Yeah, I don't doubt
Can
it.
you believe that 5%?
That's a big number.
That's a huge number, and they were just hemorrhaging cash. But
then they started cheating.
what can you do when you know you're
What do
in
you
the
mean your password doesn't work? Oh, we're
when
sorry.
you're in the death spiral? As soon as they took off PayPal, I just didn't renew it. I was like, I'm not.
I just
doing
let it
this.
lapse.
But I was a very early adopter, and I used the hell out of that
I think there was
thing.
3 months I
I
had
would be considered a heavy user.
I'm probably why they canceled
Yeah,
it because
exactly.
I watched movies that I absolutely hated.
I watched
because
I watched Jackie Chan's The Foreigner.
I get a free movie a day and I'm going to watch it. God dang it!
But the problem was, I think the movie theaters kind of missed out on that because every time I went there, I always got popcorn, I always got drinks. I always spent way too much money on that crap, and that's how
you
the
didn't spend
movie.
on your ticket, so you figure why not? I'll go crazy on concessions, and that's where
So
they make their money.
Exactly, and the movie theaters really lost out because they should have worked with them. Says, hey, okay, I'm gonna buy in bulk. Instead of $10 ticket, if I buy 1 million tickets in advance, do $4 or something like that. It would have been something, but I mean, we're not in the business, we don't really know, but we all knew it was coming. Rest in peace. We move on.
Anyway, yeah.
Battle of Bit Rock.
Did you watch that little short movie for Jurassic Park?
I did not. No.
It was actually really good.
It wasn't. Was it on YouTube or?
Yeah, it's on YouTube now.
Oh, okay.
You can.
I might have to check it out.
Yeah, the family, they're at this little campground, and I guess some of the dinosaurs have made it to mainland.
Yeah. Okay.
And they had to run the camper because one of the herbivores, the grass eaters, came in their camp, and it's still a big freaking dinosaur, so they're just kind of watching. And then the Allosaurus comes in and tries to eat the baby dinosaur, and there's a huge battle, and then the big daddy comes in. Yeah, it's pretty tense. It was really good, and I can't wait to see the new movie with dinosaurs in U.S.
God, it's like what is it, Jurassic Park 3 when they go to San Diego or something like that?
Something, yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess-
kind of like that, but
But worse.
better graphics.
Better graphics. Well, I would hope so. It's been like 30 years.
Yeah, but you got to watch when you watch it. Watch all the way to the end because they have little short clips at the end. Like you remember that video with the girl running around screaming because the little baby ducks were chasing her.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Well, they took the baby ducks out and put the little raptor dinosaurs chasing her.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, Venom Hulk. Oh, it's a crossover, huh?
Yeah, absolute carnage. That whole series.
So
Carnage
a
is-
Hulk gets,
I guess the
goop
Venom
on him?
symbiote is never bonded with Hulk. It's probably the only character in Marvel that hasn't had a symbiote.
probably because he's already in another body.
Yeah, well, they want to. He's trying to beat Carnage, and Venom he basically tells Eddie Brock, he said, "Look, we're going to have to kill people, and if you're not up to it, I will take somebody who is." And Eddie got a little wishy-washy, so he's like, "You know what? I'm going to jump over here on Bruce," and then Bruce hulked out, and
Oh my God, I
you
couldn't
had
even
Venom
imagine.
Hulk. It was crazy.
The craziness of Venom with the craziness of Hulk. It's like a
Yeah, and he was fighting Carnage, and Carnage was pretty much impervious to everything so far. He popped him in the jaw and almost knocked him out. So it's going to be a good fight between those two.
nice. And this
Venom
is
Hulk.
and
So expect the Funko soon.
So yeah.
The Funko
So is
Pop.
this like which is this like a separate run or is this?
Yeah, it's absolute Carnage. It's crossing over Spider-Man a lot.
Oh, okay.
But if you like Hulk and you like Venom, It's kind of like two great things that go great together.
Which is funny because that's a pretty cool. That'd be a pretty neat crossover.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Star Wars Saga, Santa Staros. What is this?
Star Wars, Marvel's ending their Star Wars run with number 75.
Really?
The current Star Wars run.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But then they're starting it back up with Star Wars Saga.
Oh, Lord.
They've gone crazy with Star Wars. I mean, every character ever has its own Star Wars series. Now, even Rose got one.
Oh.
And,
well, I mean, when you have such a huge IP and you have Disney pumping it,
yeah,
and you
they
have
milk that cow dry.
Well, I mean, did you hear about the Star Wars Galaxies was technically considered a kind of a bust? Or Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, sorry. Star Wars Galaxy is a video game, but Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and attendance is down like crazy for Disney World and Disneyland.
Or even in the Florida one?
Even in the Florida one, I was like, wow. But that's what happens when you raise prices twice in 1 year into something that's unsustainable. So
Yeah.
good luck, Disney, but I think everybody's going to be either waiting till Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is completed, because I think they're putting 2 new rides, or they're waiting for the 50th anniversary next year.
Yeah, that could be.
But yeah, I think so they're ending the Star Wars run for the comic book and they're starting a new one.
Yeah, and well, the Son of Stars, I put that in there. That's they gave Han Solo a wife in the comics who is not Princess Leia.
Yeah, I think I actually read that. There was a.
They mentioned it way back.
Way back. I even think they mentioned it in Afra, doesn't it? No.
And then in Saga, they're going to actually you're going to see that character.
Oh, okay, that'll be
Sana
interesting.
Staros. I guess she didn't take his name. Sana Solo didn't have
Sana
his name.
Sana Solo. Well, yeah, I think that's it for this week. It was a busy week. It was a lot better than like the last 2 weeks, because we were kind of waiting for things that
Trying to make things work. Yeah.
We actually have more things on here, but we just don't have the time. But that's just our opinion. What do you guys think? Comment down below, and while you're down there, give us that big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And next to that subscribe button has that little bell icon. Hey, every time. And I think that's it from us. Well, my name is Patrick with Talk Nerdy to Me.
I'm Troy, also with Talk Nerdy.
We will see you nerds next week.
Later, nerds.
Bye, nerds.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG?